Hey everybody, welcome back to PlumFiggy Plans. This is Tammy, and today we are going to set up my daily bullet journal, my journal, and decorative journal, I guess you might say. And so I wanted to quickly walk you through, for December, I wanted to quickly walk you through what I'm going to be using. Obviously, I'll have my journal here, which is an 8x8 by Archer and Olive. This came out in their December sub box in 2024, and so I'm using this for November, December, January, and February. So this will be a fun one. As you can see, I'm already chunking it up just a little bit into November now, but this will be what we're using to decorate, or I'll be decorating in. And then mostly the inspiration has come from two places. So I picked this up just recently. It's here, it says paper, paper, paper. The actual company is called Deck Chair Press. I don't know how well you can see that. But then here is the ISBN number and barcode if you want to look it up. I got mine, I'm in United States, I got mine from Barnes & Noble in the actual store. I didn't order it online, but you could probably order it online if you don't have a Barnes & Noble near you. Another one probably you can get at Barnes & Noble. This is the only place I've found Daphne's Diary items in person available in the United States is at Barnes & Noble. However, I did not get these there. I got these secondhand from Mercari. But anyway, Daphne's Diary sticker book. If you're not familiar with Daphne's Diary, she is out of the UK. Here, you can, go to daphnesdiary.com. I don't know what year this came out in. She does one every year. I have two of them, well, three of them. They're very large, as you can see. Every page has a different kind of theme. I personally have not found that I've been reaching for this as much as I thought I would. Like, for instance, I don't think I'll ever really use these for anything. So sometimes these are a little hit and miss. What I do love, though, is her magazine, and I have several of those, and I do go back to them a lot. So they're really great for doing collaging and stuff, so you get the idea. But I've pulled out the page that I want to use for today and for decorating my journal with, and that's going to be this. So I decided to go kind of like a traditional Christmas idea for this. And then let's do a quick flip through. Let me pull out the things that I pulled out that I'm going to use, and I'll obviously walk you through all that too. But if you're curious, let's do a quick flip through of this particular journal. I felt like there was a good mixture. There's a lot of pages in here that are heavier postcard, so it's a little difficult to flip through. So I love these pages. I considered maybe using these, but I don't know, because they're meant to be like foldable cards and they would really bulk up my journal, so I might save those for something else. There are like stationery to write a letter pages in here. But of course, that's not what I'm going to use it for. Obviously, you can make an envelope. And they got that kind of set up for you. But I thought it was a good mixture of vintage Christmas and other. As you can see, I've started using it already. There's a couple pages of Alpha and, kind of like a mod Christmas, I guess. But I think I pulled out a lot of the pages that aren't that for my setup today. So here, well, you kind of get the idea. And I'll walk you through the pages that, here's some more, I guess, just numbers. Those are fun. Maybe I'll use that for actual Christmas Day. So my plan for this book was I'm going to be grabbing this, and I might pull some of these solid color out for today too, but I'll be pulling from here during December to decorate my daily pages. That's what I do in this bullet journal, is journal daily, and so I have a page per day. It even came with this fun notebook. It's kind of like a traveler's notebook, but I would say it's maybe a B6 size. And yeah, so a really fun little notebook to use for the month of December. Maybe I'll keep this and use it in another year for that. But anyway, you kind of get the idea. There's stickers in here. These are stickers, like washi stickers. A lot of number pages. Even pages like this where it's, I guess you could say it's wrapping paper if you wanted. It's the same kind of designs as the rest of the book, but I highly recommend. I picked one up for fall as well, and I'm using that for my bullet journal for November, and beyond. I mean, I'm not obviously going to be using the whole thing, so for years to come, I will be using these two books. So here's what I pulled out. Oh, this is from the most recent Sterling Ink December collection. Her theme this time wasn't quite what I wanted to do for my stuff this year, but I do want to use this sticker because it's only usable for this month. So I'll find it. I think I'll use this on my tracker page again. That's been working well for me. But here's what I pulled out from the paper books. So thought that was really fun. So you're kind of maybe getting an idea. I'm not going for the crazy fun bright colors of the mod Christmas, but more traditional rustic. Yeah, so I'm gonna sacrifice the backside. Might use this. I don't know that I'll do an envelope. I was more looking at it for the background color or print. Might not use everything. These I think I'm going to use for my monthly review page, and kind of do a door situation or something like that. And instead of invitation, I will put my header for the different categories that I use for that. Some tip-ins, I think, maybe, and then I can write on the back side. I thought that would be kind of fun. So I'll pick and choose from these there, and then this my stickers. So that is what I'm planning for decorating with. I still don't really know how I'm going to use this, but maybe that'll be my intro page. And then some supporting actors, I guess. I picked these up at Hobby Lobby. They are actually ornaments. They're metal ornaments. I've actually already used a few in my daily planner, and they're going to be fun to decorate with. So they're pretty thin. They actually don't bulk things up too much. And if you do decide to use something like this, use a strong glue. This is called Fabri-Tac. It's by Beacon. It's for fabric, but it's a really good glue. It's an alcohol-based glue, so most glues that are wet are a water-based glue and will warp your pages. This does not, because it's got alcohol instead of water, but it really works on things like this pretty darn well. So you can see fabrics, lace, glass, leather, wood, trims, etc. So if it's going to work on wood, it works on metal, and I can tell you I've used it enough that it works really well for metal. So we'll be putting some of those in. These are some stickers that I got from AliExpress, and they're just really fun. Let me see here. Let me find a good page. the first few pages aren't super wonderful, but they are like Christmas lights, really. I don't know how well you can see that, and I've used a couple of them from that page, as you can see. But I thought these might be kind of fun to incorporate however they may make sense. Because obviously it's Christmas, right? So, yeah, sorry for all the glare. There's a lot of plastic going on right here, but thought I might use some of these. I pulled these from my stash. These are both from Hobby Lobby as well. Well, actually, all the rest of this is from Hobby Lobby. As you can tell, I shop their clearance sales. So this one is a Dear Santa. I paid $1.50 for this little sticker book. And I thought some of these might kind of work here and there and everywhere. I don't know how much of this I'll use, but I figured, you know, maybe even the letters could be used, but they're kind of fun. Traditional Christmas. I will be using this, like I was thinking this would be a good one. Maybe even that could work. So we'll kind of see. I'll see how it goes. But like this joy, this one's kind of nice. This is nice. So I think these might all be, they're not a paper sticker and they're not washi. They're like a clear sticker, but yeah, so a little bit of a different look and feel. And then here is another one from Hobby Lobby. It's their Paper Studio brand. It's, again, I don't know if I'll pull from this or not. The colors of this are a little bit off. They're almost an orangish red and not a true bright red or Christmas red. And then, as you can see, they kind of change theme as you go along. I was thinking this one might be a little bit more what I would pull from these few spreads. But then we got some black and gold, kind of line drawing, and then here we got some pink and evergreen, and then the vintage Christmas, which won't really kind of work for this setup, but still really cute. So I pull from here. And then some alpha stickers. I figured, you know, why not use these up? So these are a red glitter, and then this is a buffalo check. So those could be kind of fun. So anyway, I'll do some headers and things with these, and I'm sure I'll pull some stamps out. I'll need to for my monthly review because I don't know that I'll have enough letters left over for that. Plus these are kind of big. So anyway, all right, well, let's go ahead and get started and get to decorating. All right, so getting started here, I'm going to start with the intro page, and I think I want to use this, it's a postcard that was in that book. It says Merry Christmas. So I'm just prepping it. It's because it was perforated, and you know, it's like one of those tear out perforated situations. I don't love that perforated look, and I didn't want to cut it because I can't ever cut straight, and I didn't have my paper trimmer handy. So I decided to rough it up. And it's a similar look that I had done at the beginning of this journal on the intro pages. So kind of, you know, continuing that theme, I guess. But yeah, so just looking through, excuse me, looking through my papers, trying to decide kind of maybe what I want to do. And then I remembered I had this and I wanted to use this as my intro page for Christmas, for December. So I do have my trimmer. I lied. I forgot that I had my trimmer handy right there. Yeah, so anyway, I just didn't use it for the postcard, but spoiler, the postcard doesn't make an appearance in the end, at least at this point. I'll probably use it in my daily journaling and stuff, but I didn't use it for this. So all right, so the page is plenty tall, but it's not quite wide enough for this 8x8 journal, but that's okay. I'll go ahead and figure that out. At this point now, I'm trying to decide how I want to fit December 2025 and my calendar on the next page before I glue anything down, just because, you know, I may need to make a change or do something differently. And when you glue stuff down, then you're kind of stuck with it. But decided to go ahead and glue this down very carefully as I could, make sure I get it on there quite right. I'm sure you've noticed I like to use wet glue and not glue tape as much. I'll use glue tape now and then. It's double-sided tape is usually what I choose, but I do prefer to use wet glue. I don't know, the junk journaler of me, I suppose. I find that it handles things better, and I don't have to go back later and fix things when the adhesive wears off, which I've found to be the case with glue strips. So yeah, at least the ones in the little dispensers. I think I have one or two of them, but I think I'm just trying to get rid of them at this point and use them up, because I really don't love those. But that's my own opinion. So okay, so yeah, now just kind of working on the right side, just looking through my stash, trying to figure out what I want to use for this. And this was a really pretty design, kind of a faint design. You were supposed to make an envelope out of it. So that's what all those lines were, but I just liked the design, and I thought, well, I could go ahead and do my calendar on this. So I'm actually gonna do this calendar free-handed without any guide marks or anything. But first, I'm going to spell out December, or DEC, and then 2025. And then this is a little trick if you've never seen this before, back from, you know, scrapbooking days when people did that, and I know some people still do it, but it's a really handy trick. If you're trying to line up these letter stickers somehow quickly, do it like this. It's so much better. Saves so much time. Just stick them, the very bottom of them, onto a ruler, and then once you got that all lined, and you can use your ruler then to line up your stickers in the straight line, and then you can actually stick them down on your paper from the top and roll your ruler out, and guess what? There you go. It's pretty great. So, all right, yep, doing the free-handed calendar. It's a little wonky, but it works, and that's all I need it for. So, actually, I kind of like the homemade look of it, I'll be honest. So it ended up being a little too tall for what I needed, so I will cut that down, or chop it down, or rip it down. Actually, I'll rip the page, but still trying to see if I can get that Merry Christmas on. And yeah, it just never made the cut. I was trying to see if I could do like a tip in or something, but decided no, it'll be fine the way that it is. So gonna put that off into the corner, because I do want to use one of those stickers on this page, and that sticker there is kind of a big one, so I knew it would kind of take up a lot of room. And how cool is that? It's kind of like the train's gonna go to the town where that little house is gonna be, and it's a whole little scene now. So that worked out pretty good, I think. All right, and so now I'm just doing my sticker letters for the word notes, and I realize I am now out of small e's. I think there was only one small e in this entire sticker sheet, which whoever decided that, I don't know why they made that decision, but gonna just switch over and do all caps. That's fine, it'll work just the same. And doing that same little trick with my little ruler there. Tell you what, the first time I saw that, my mind was kind of blown. I was like, oh my gosh, that's genius. Whoever figured that out. Thank you. I love it. All right. So, yep, just adding some highlighting for my notes are actually going to be like, I'm going to notate big days throughout the month, or, you know, things to remember from the month. So that's what that'll be for. And then found this really great sticker in that other little sticker book that was the perfect color. I love that green and the gold. Just kind of ties everything in. There's a lot of red going on. So the green and the gold really helps. And in the end, I decided, yeah, I did want to put one of those snowflakes on the page, the snowflake ornament, and that polka dot material. That is sari silk, and it is wonderful if you are interested in finding sari silk. I know I don't see it a whole lot in the planner community, but the junk journalers that might be watching definitely know what sari silk is. Go on Etsy. There's lots of sellers that sell it, and it's fantastic. It's really awesome. I use it in a lot of different things, obviously as tab or tag toppers or things like this here. I use it to wrap my journals and secure them, and sometimes even bind them. You know, my junk journals and stuff. I will use it actually again on this spread as instead of washi tape, because it's that thin. It's like silk. I'm going to use it here instead of washi tape to kind of cover up the rest of the page there. And because it's fabric, you can, you know, do a little slit like I just did and rip it, and it rips straight just like fabric. So it's pretty awesome. I really love it. And that's a polka dot color, but you can get it in any polka dot design, but you can get it in pretty much any color. They dye it and stuff. So yeah, love sari silk, SARI, if you're curious. So yeah, it's from saris that Indian women wear. So really great material. So all right, and then last thing on this page, I'm going to add some twinkly lights, and I found the one that I think I like the best. I guess I didn't put it down quite right, but just gonna finish up the page with cutting off the edge there, and I think that one's done, and I love it. So then moving on, now next is gonna be setting up my tracker pages. This one honestly is not my favorite one to set up every month, and for the last few months, at least 5 months, maybe 4 months, I've been using this pen, and I think I need to stop using this pen for this because it's an oil-based ink, and I have issues with little blobs of ink happening, and then it smears or smudges, and it really gets annoying. And actually it like collects on the ruler too, which then causes smears and smudges, and it's not my favorite. And yeah, so it's probably my own issue to just be not lazy and go find a different fine liner to use to do this with. But yeah, I'm finding gel pens are not the best to use for this particular situation. But setting up all of my trackers on this 2-page spread, which actually I'm loving this 8x8 journal for, and having used this journal now for a month almost, I can tell you I love this size. It is big. It's definitely bigger than I've ever used before. I'm not saying I'm ready to jump into a B5 size yet, but I can see maybe potentially in the future going to a B5. I do have at least one, I think maybe 1 or 2 from when I was first buying Archer and Olive about a year ago. products, I kind of went nuts. And actually, I think I bought one on accident. I didn't really realize the size of it. I thought maybe I was getting a B6 and I didn't pay attention. I'm trying to decide. I'm at the point now where I kind of feel like I need to do a de-stash of some of my notebooks and things. But anyway, I digress. It's the end of the year. I'm trying to do an inventory and clean and reorganize everything that I've been buying. I've been buying like crazy this year, and I don't know why, because I really don't need anything, but all the stuff is so pretty. It's so hard to say no. So anyway, I got my trackers all set up, all the lines drawn and everything. So now is the fun part, and we get to decorate. So I thought, how cool would it be if I pretty much cover all the open space with this really pretty cross-stitch design paper, which actually is a nod to the cover of this journal, which is a cross-stitch design. So I kind of love that aspect of it as well. So another thing I have planned for this journal, which I don't know that I've mentioned yet, maybe I did, but I like the cover of it, the outside cover of this journal. It's nice, but it doesn't feel overly interesting to me. Like, I feel like it just needs a little something more. And so I do cross stitch and I do a little bit of embroidery. And so I thought, well, how cute would it be if I found like a little winter fox or winter woodland animal or something that is in a cute little winter scene that's like a cross stitch, and then I could do that and stick it on the front in kind of a frame sort of fashion somehow. I'm not sure how yet, but that is a plan that I have for this journal. So I'm kind of excited to do that little project through the winter too, because once we kind of get through the first half of December and then into January, the weather's usually pretty snowing. You're not doing stuff outside and you're doing more stuff inside, and that's kind of when I like to do the cross stitching and the embroidery type stuff. So that's a little project that I hope to work on there. So all right, and so brought out those buffalo plaid stickers. I'm going to use those on this page somehow. I did not have enough room at the top, which is where I would have normally put it, but I will put them down the sides. And then, editing Tammy, I'm gonna give you another spoiler. I did not think through lining those up vertically from each page, so it does kind of bother me a little bit, but I've gotten over it now. So but as I'm editing this video, I did notice that, and I did not love it, but it's all right. So okay, so I'm spelling out health for the first page, which is my mood every day, and then did I eat healthy for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Basically, it's a yes or no. Yes, if yes, I highlight. If no, I just leave it blank. And then, I don't know why I put the P on there like that. That's kind of weird. I should have done that one separate. I just noticed that now too. So that's awesome. That's weird. Oh, I redid it. Okay, good. Oh, I fixed that one. That was really going to bother me. But you can see vertically, I did not think through that too well. I should have moved the health one up a little bit, but that's fine. I do have a little issue there where the two papers meet. It didn't look all that great. So using one of those other stickers to kind of cover that up, thankfully I was able to fit that in there. And it was a perfect size, I guess, for where I put the word health. So in the end, it all worked out. So I don't know. Maybe I don't notice it anymore. But just going back through the sticker books now just to kind of see what else might be in here that might work. And I liked this little Christmas tree. So that is one thing about this sticker book I did notice. The printing of it was just slightly off, and there was like a dark line on that right side of that sticker that shouldn't have been there. It was from the sticker next to it. So I do need to trim some of them sometimes if it's pretty obvious like that. But I do like that sticker book a lot, and considering I paid next to nothing for it, it's hard to complain, especially when they're all like see-through stickers, like the nicer material. It's not all paper stickers, it's the nicer material stickers. So I'd say they did a good job on that. So found a little wreath, and I think that's gonna pretty much do it for this spread. Oh yes, looking for more lights, but the color of the lights in that background paper just did not go well, I didn't think. So I decided less is more and moved on to the next spread. So this next spread is going to be my monthly review, and I really liked these two papers, and so I decided to go with these two papers. So I just need to trim them down. I'm just trimming off the perforation right there, so that they don't look like they were pulled out of a book. But yeah, so just gonna glue that down. Not sure why I decided to glue it quite like that, but hey, it works, that's fine. And yeah, it's easier to glue it like this. But that's a nice little trick if you're trying to glue down an entire piece of paper. Just put a little bit of glue on your page. Well, first I like to line it up to be where it is and like rest my hand on it so it won't move. That takes practice, so if you can't get it right away, don't worry. I've had practice doing this. But just glue like even half of it or a third of it, and then glue that down, and then keep moving down, and then that'll kind of avoid having issues with buckling and getting stuff glued down crooked and all the things. So yeah, it worked out pretty good. So then on this one, I knew I wanted to use some of these, I don't even remember what these are. Like they're like little invitation cards or something. I don't really know what you would necessarily use them for, but I love the images on them. They're nice and soft kind of colors, not too harsh. Just kind of the vibe I was going for, I guess. And so I pulled out the ones that I liked the most, and I'm gonna lay them out and kind of see how much room I've got. I know I need 7 spots where I write my different things for every monthly review. And at this point I'm like, wow, there's a lot of pattern going on. What can I do to make that better? Also, I'm trying to decide how I want to handle these little images. I could write on the back sides of them and make them tip-ins kind of, but then I could also turn them into pockets, which is actually what I ended up doing. But to fix all the different patterns and all the craziness that was happening, I decided to go ahead and tip in this other piece of paper, and it worked beautifully. This is like a thinner copy weight paper, so it doesn't take up a ton of, it doesn't make a lot of bulk in my journal, and it's really pretty at the end of it. I actually really love how this whole spread turned out. It's very much my style, very much my color scheme, very much my vibe that I like to go for. Soft, beautiful, you know, vintage kind of in a way. And yeah, I really love it. So I decided on some Tim Holtz washi tape. This is some old washi tape. I don't even know how old. It doesn't have anything to do with Christmas, but it works beautifully. Again, with that vintage look, which I absolutely love. And something about Tim Holtz washi tape, it's so good. Even though this is really old washi tape, it's still, I don't feel the need to add glue to the back of it, which I do on a lot of them that are older like this. Otherwise they would never stay stuck. Maybe someday this will come unstuck. I'm sure it will. And I probably should have done some glue stick, but at the moment I didn't feel the need to do that. So all right, so at this point, just gonna, you know, do the whole thing with the roughing up the edges again, kind of keep with that style. And now I'm just trying to decide where I want to put my little cards. And that edge of that paper, the paper was just slightly narrow. And so I thought, well, that's a great opportunity to do a little more Sari Silk washi tapes action. And so it was wide enough, the Sari Silk, that I was able to wrap it around and do it on the other side too. So get a little bit of polka dots on there and just make it a little more interesting and different. So actually, did I say 7? I guess maybe I only needed 6. And so I just filled in that extra space there with a sticker, which I wanted to use another one of those stickers anyway. And I'm only gluing down on 3 sides, and you'll notice when I glue like that, wherever my thumb is, I don't put glue. That's another trick. If you need to remember where not to put glue and you're trying to make a pocket like this, that's a really fun, a good trick to remember for that. So that one card was horizontal, which kind of made things a little different on this side. So, but it works out because then I had another more horizontal sticker, and I was able to make that work really well. So turning these into pockets, and then I will use some tea-dyed paper and just slip some folded up tea-dyed paper into each of those, because I actually had some in the front ready to be used. And then I'll just put all of my little monthly review journaling on each of those papers instead of just journaling straight onto the page this time. So again, bringing out my little junk journal style. So I think it turned out pretty cute. I'm really happy with this one. So all that's left then is to do my monthly recap, and I'm going to use some stickers for that. And that's going to be it for this setup for December for my journal. So I hope you guys enjoy coming along with me today and seeing how it all worked out. Oh, I must have stamped that. Maybe I didn't. What? Oh no, I'm doing the headers, the titles for each of the things that I'm going to write about. Yeah, I totally forgot about that part. Yeah, so that worked out perfect because I was able to use this really pretty red ink color, and my papers there are the perfect size to cover up what was on those cards. So yeah, that first, and then my monthly recap header, and then I will be all done. So as I was saying, thank you again for coming along with me today and decorating in my journal and getting December prepped and ready. And yeah, I hope you have a great December, and I hope you did a fun job in your journals too. And yeah, hopefully you get some inspiration, and I will see you all in the next video. Okay guys, bye.